Hey friends, welcome back to my channel, Accidental Beauty. If you're new, welcome. My name is Laura. I'm a self-taught makeup enthusiast who also really enjoys just dressing up. I guess that's what I'm going to be showing you guys today. I don't do too much DIY in general, and I don't really do much at all on this channel, but I put together a couple steampunk accessories. I made them myself, and I figured I would film the process. So if you guys want to see a couple just very quick tutorials on how to make a steampunk headband or steampunk inspired headband and a steampunk inspired choker, then please keep on watching. It should be pretty self-explanatory what I'm doing, but I'll just add a voiceover here. I bought this headband at, I think, Michael's. Obviously you can see it's a Christmas one, but doesn't really matter. I just needed a cheap headband, and I'm just cutting away all of the stuff that it comes with because it's really not important at all. And we're left with sort of the plastic or cardboard shape of the headband itself. So I bought these gear pieces from, I think, Amazon. Maybe it was AliExpress. I honestly don't remember. If I can find it. And you know what? I think I bought it off of Amazon. I'll try and link it in the description box if I can find it. It was basically like 100 pieces of like little plastic or metal gears. You can just Google it and probably find something similar. And I'm just kind of sorting through, trying to find pieces that I think would look good together. So what I did was I tried to stack like a big piece and then a slightly smaller piece and then a slightly smaller piece and that. So I'm just sort of putting them together, just pairing them, seeing what works before I actually glue everything together. So I'm just putting together a bunch of different pieces because I wanted to stack a bunch of different sized gears together and just sort of layer them. And as you can see, we have gold, silver, kind of copper. I think there might be a couple like brass colored ones as well. So I also wanted to have different colored ones just to add a bit more dimension and make it look a little bit more exciting. Okay, so once I have my gears, I just sort of set them aside. So I bought a piece of felt, or a couple pieces of felt. I wanted to use brown because the rest of my outfit was brown, so I wanted it to match. And I just sized it to my headband, and then I'm just sort of trimming it. So I used nail scissors. I like to use nail scissors for things because it's a bit more precise and it's a bit more forgiving if you make any mistakes. And then I brought out the bigger scissors just to speed things up. And now I'm using my glue gun to just glue it down. I didn't really care about being neat because especially this part is going to be sitting on my head, so you won't actually be able to see if there are any mistakes or like if it's messy or anything. And I'm just going like sort of section by section because the glue does dry pretty quickly. Honestly, this is like, I feel like explaining it is more complicated. It's really, really easy to do. And then any pieces that stick out, I think I'd trim them down after. Yeah, I'm trimming them down now. Just so it lies as flat as possible. And as you can see, my piece of felt was a little too short, but that's okay. We can fix that after. And again, because this is a headband, it's sitting on your head. It doesn't actually matter if it's super, super neat. I actually wore this with a wig. So there's even more, I guess, like layers or like pieces involved. So it really does not matter if you're super neat with this. Obviously, if you want to be a bit more precise, go for it. But between the fact that it's sitting on my head flat and there's a wig that's going to be taking up space, it's a bit more forgiving. So yeah, I just kind of worked quickly. I don't really do DIY that often, so I'm not the most neat person when it comes to these types of things, but anyways. Okay, and then I just cut a little piece for the extra little bit that I missed on the end there, so I'm just wrapping it around. Again, it doesn't really matter if it's super, super neat. I think next time I would try and find a bigger piece of felt and try and do this all in one shot, but it's not the biggest deal. Okay, it's a little cut off, but I'm just adding a little piece on the end, just covering that whole headband in felt. And you can see all the glue underneath where I was not precise, but again, that's going to be sitting on my head, so it doesn't really matter what it looks like. And now I'm just gluing the gears together. So just going layer by layer, I'm just adding small amounts of glue because I don't want it to be too bulky. And then I'm just sort of trying to figure out where I'm going to put the gears on the headband. So just gluing all my layers, letting them dry. I wanted to layer them together, so it was sort of like a fascinator type situation. And then I was struck by an idea because I think I was looking at different steampunk bows, and I was doing an Alice in Wonderland steampunk cosplay, which is why I was kind of rushing to make this, because I decided last minute to do that. So I decided with the leftover felt, I decided to make a bow, and then I was going to have the gears, I think, sitting around / on top of the bow. So I just kind of was pinching it together, sizing it, because the piece of felt that I started out with was a little bit too big. Like I wanted a big dramatic bow, but I didn't want it to be too dramatic. So I'm just trying to sort of create the bow and size it as I go along. Trim it down a little bit at a time. So I don't know if this really makes sense, but basically I sort of I created a rectangle and then I bent it in the middle, and that creates the bow shape. Then I'm just gluing it down in the middle to keep that bow as a bow rather than just a rectangular piece of felt. And then I'm gluing that onto the headband. And then right in the center where we kind of have that like bow, where it bends in to create the bow, that's where I'm adding the gears to also sort of cover how messy it is. And I just sort of layered them on top of each other, as you can see. And like there's no rhyme or reason. I'm just kind of making it up as I go along. So I have those big pieces that I layered that I showed you in the beginning. And then I'm just kind of taking individual pieces and sort of adding them around because I thought it looked too plain on its own. So that's pretty much it for the bow. And then to make the choker, so I just got like a long chain, also from Michaels, sized it so it would be a choker length on me. And then again, I'm making sort of a layered gear, so stacking those gear pieces together, having different sized ones, different colored ones, again, to create that visual interest. And then I'm just gluing the pieces together once I was happy with the pieces that I selected. And then I'm gluing that onto the chain. So this actually didn't work as well as I had hoped. It looks super cute here. And then like the second I turned off the camera, that big metal piece fell off. But it looks super cute here. This is the final look of both the pieces together. And I think they actually turned out super cute. What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I don't really do these DIY type videos that often. If you guys want to see me do anything else, like I don't really make a whole lot of stuff in general. I dabble a little bit in cosplay. If you just search cosplay on my channel, you'll see like I have a couple cosplay videos. It's something I really like to do, but it's really expensive and takes a lot of time, so I don't dabble in it too much. But if you guys are interested in seeing like kind of anything else, or if you have any questions also about how I did either of the pieces that I talk about in this video, then feel free to comment below, or just comment below if you want to see more videos like this. I'd love to hear feedback. It's really nice to get feedback from the people who are watching my videos, because YouTube analytics don't really tell me a whole lot about you guys who are watching my videos. So if you guys have any like questions or comments or constructive criticism, or just want to chat about like dressing up, I'd love to hear your thoughts below. I just want to build a community of people who are interested in the same types of things as me. And I just really love dressing up and expressing myself through color, texture, pattern, fashion. So if you guys like that type of stuff, then I'm sure you'll enjoy the content that I post on my other social media. And as always, I leave links in the description box below. So I'd love if you could check that out. Give me a follow if you're not already following me. And that just helps me grow as a small creator, because this is literally something I do as a hobby. But it would be cool there could be more of you and I could build more of a community. I could talk to you guys more and do more stuff for you. Every little bit just helps me out. And if you enjoy the content that I post here on my channel and you want to see more, then I'd love it if you could subscribe and turn on notifications, and that way you'll get updated every time I post a new video. And then you guys can also just let me know, like, how can I create more interesting videos for you guys, videos that you guys actually want to see. So any kind of feedback is just really helpful for me so that I can deliver more videos that you guys enjoy. So again, every little bit helps. And helps me grow as a small creator. That would be awesome if you could do that, and I'll see you guys next time.